didn't get the work done. So that's just my view.
Most of the time they'll tell you, you're right. They should be more productive because they don't have the interruptions. When they come in and you say, well, why didn't you get this done? Because you don't have a telephone interruption. You know, you're not getting all these calls. We're handling all that in-house. They'll say, oh, my computer messed up and I was on the telephone with the help desk for 5 hours. And, you know, so, you know, most of them are not techies.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I think the problem you have is not with teleworking, it's with how the program's being administered. We do not allow employees who do not have at a minimum a fully acceptable performance rating, and sometimes higher than that, we do not allow them to telework. The only way we would allow an employee to telework who might have some sort of a problem would be if they were having a problem with, let's say, showing up to work regularly because of some issues with their commute, but they're really a decent performer, and the manager makes a judgment call to allow it. But when it comes to poor performance, and I agree with Jack, a poor performer is going to be a poor performer regardless of where they're sitting. On the other hand, do we want to create a chilling effect with the telework program by allowing people who are poor performers to telework? Sometimes you can use telework as a motivation, as a carrot, to say, look, if you want to telework, Kathy, then here's what you got to show me over the next couple of months. And if you telework, here's what I'm going to be looking for within the next 2 weeks. So with people who are poor performers, they should have very specific tasks that they are to perform when they are working from the home office. If they do not perform those tasks, you take them off of the telework arrangement, no questions asked. I wouldn't take everybody off the telework program because, you know, and unfortunately this again is more of a management issue than a telework issue, but we've often had situations where we treat everybody the same way. We had an executive, we did a focus group meeting at Justice one time, and I remember the guy saying, we manage to the lowest common denominator. We treat everybody like they're a problem employee. And you know what? If you do that, you're going to lose some really good people. Because what we're being paid to do as managers is to motivate the performance of the good people and deal with the people who are weak players, even if we have to take adverse action. And, you know, as somebody who's fired people on performance before, I know how difficult that can be to do, but sometimes you just have to do it. So I guess what I would say to you is that make the decisions for telework on a case-by-case basis. Very carefully instruct them as to what you expect them to do. If they do not do it, you give them 1 pay period to turn it around. If they don't turn it around, they're off. They're no longer teleworking. And I know the union can be a real hassle because we've dealt with, I was at Treasury, we dealt with NTEU and dealt with AFSCME and AFGE, so I know that can be a real headache. But I think you'll find in the long run, if you're good people or teleworking, you're going to see productivity gains.
Well, I'm going to have to let these good folks get on with the rest of their day, even if that is getting back outside in the better weather. But we thank you for your time with us today, and we'd like to show our appreciation by presenting.
Thank you. Telephone.
There you go.
Kleenex.
Again, thank you to Steve,
Thank you so
Kathy,
much.
and Jack.